Sun Wukong needs no long introduction. You probably know him as the Monkey King, the fearless trickster who challenges heaven itself. And if you want his full backstory, you can always check the earlier videos on the channel. But this chapter is something different. This is the part of his life most people never hear about. The journey that turned him from a powerful monkey into a true master of magic. After rising as king of his tribe, Wukong felt one truth burning inside him. Strength wasn't enough, not for him. He wanted immortality, real power, and the secrets only hidden masters knew. So one morning, without telling anyone, he left Flower Fruit Mountain behind and began a journey across unknown lands that would change him forever. After leaving his home on Flower Fruit Mountain, Wukong realized something important. Being strong wasn't enough. If he wanted to become immortal and truly powerful, he needed knowledge, real, secret knowledge. So one night, without telling anyone, he quietly left the mountain and began traveling across the world. He didn't know where he was going, only that he had to find someone who could teach him. For weeks, he crossed forests, rivers, villages, and mountains. Everywhere he went, he met humans, spirits, and strange creatures. But none of them could give him the power he was searching for. Until one day, on a lonely beach, Wukong overheard a group of old fishermen talking. They spoke about a mysterious master who had lived for 1,000 years, possessed powers beyond the gods, and only trained worthy students. The moment Wukong heard this,
His eyes lit up.
this was exactly what he'd been looking for. He jumped toward the old man and asked, "Where is this master? I must find him." Surprised, they looked at him and said, "He lives on a hidden island. His name is Master Subhuti." Right then, Wukong made his decision. I will become his student, no matter what it takes. And that's when his real legendary journey began. After weeks of traveling across the sea, Wukong finally reached the hidden island of Master Subhuti. But things didn't go the way he expected. The moment he climbed onto the shore, he found no grand temple, no golden palace, nothing, just silence and trees. Wukong frowned. Is this really where the great master lives? But just as he said that, an old man appeared behind him without making a sound. Wukong jumped in shock. The old man smiled and said, "Why are you here, little monkey?" Wukong bowed deeply. "I'm here to learn. I want immortality. I want power. I want to become more than what I am." The old man nodded slowly, studying him. Then he said something strange. "Anyone can want power, but only a few deserve to learn it. Tell me what makes you worthy." Wukong stood silent for a moment, then answered honestly, "I'm not the smartest. I'm not the calmest, but I will never give up. If you teach me, I'll work harder than any student you've ever had." The old man raised an eyebrow, surprised by Wukong's confidence. Then he pointed his staff at a giant stone nearby and said, "If you can move that stone, you may enter." Wukong grinned. Easy. He rushed toward the stone, pushed it with all his strength, and nothing happened. He tried again, and again, and again. Still nothing. The old man chuckled softly. "Strength alone won't help you here." Wukong finally stopped, sat on the ground, and thought. Then, after a moment, a smile appeared on his face. He walked behind the stone, and simply rolled it downhill. The stone moved easily. The old man burst out laughing. "Good. You think before you act. Come with me. Your training begins now." And with that, Wukong officially became Master Subhuti's student. When Wukong entered Master Subhuti's temple, everyone thought he wanted strength or magic, but the truth was bigger. Wukong wanted immortality. At first, he tried to hide it. He pretended he just wanted to learn some tricks, but Subhuti was no ordinary teacher. He could see right through him. One evening, the master asked quietly, "Wukong, why have you really come here?" Wukong froze. Then he whispered honestly, "I'm afraid to die. I want to live forever." Subhuti didn't laugh. He didn't get angry. He just nodded, almost like he was expecting this. He said, "Immortality is not something you take. It is something you become. And the path is dangerous." But Wukong didn't hesitate. He bowed deeply and replied, "I don't care how difficult it is. Teach me." So Subhuti began training him. Not with magic at first, but with discipline, silence, breathing, control of the mind, control of the body, and control of his spirit. Wukong hated it. It felt slow, boring, too peaceful for someone like him. But then, after weeks of practice, Subhuti finally whispered the words Wukong had been desperate to hear. "You are ready for the secret arts." Wukong's heart almost exploded with excitement. Subhuti continued, "First, I will teach you the art of immortal breath, the foundation of eternal life." This was it, the beginning of the path no mortal should walk, and Wukong was ready. After years of silence, discipline, and mysterious training under Master Subhuti, Sun Wukong finally hears the words he had been craving since the moment he left his mountain. "You wish to escape death itself, don't you, Wukong?" The Monkey King freezes. This is it, the truth he kept hidden from everyone is now exposed. No more excuses. No more pretending. Master Subhuti leads him deep into a secret chamber beneath the school. Carvings of ancient celestial beings glow faintly on the walls. Subhuti places his hand on Wukong's chest and speaks, "Your body is strong, but not eternal. If you wish to defy heaven, you must accept a price." Then he begins teaching Wukong the formula of immortal breath, the technique that allows the spirit to break free from the wheel of reincarnation. Wukong meditates for days, absorbing cosmic energy, until suddenly,
His heartbeat stops and starts again.
slower, stronger, no longer mortal. For the first time since the beginning of creation, a mere stone-born monkey becomes undying. But with power comes arrogance. Wukong's newfound strength makes him restless. He begins showing off bending tree trunks with a single breath, leaping mountains in one step, challenging spirits in the forest's small acts of rebellion that hint at the chaos he will one day unleash. Subhuti senses this change and warns him, "Wukong, the path you walk can shape heaven or destroy it. Control your heart." But the Monkey King only smiles. And this is where his journey toward the 72 transformations truly begins. After gaining the secret of immortality, Sun Wukong becomes hungry for more. He doesn't just want to live forever. He wants power that no demon, no god, and no force in the world can challenge. Seeing this desire, Master Subhuti gives him one final warning. Immortality keeps you alive, but strength keeps you free. Then he begins teaching Wukong his hardest training yet, the 72 transformations, the magical art of changing form. Wukong trains day and night. He learns to transform into a bird that cuts through clouds, a beast with unstoppable strength, a tiny insect no one can see. Smoke, stone, shadow, and countless other shapes. Each transformation burns his body, twists his bones, and tests his mind. But Wukong pushes through it all. And slowly, he masters every single one. When the training finally ends, Subhuti says, "You now hold a power very few in heaven or earth possess. Use it wisely." Wukong smiles, because he knows exactly what this means. No one can bind him. No one can stop him. And no one can control him anymore. His power is complete. And trouble is just around the corner, with immortality in his body, and the 72 transformations blazing inside him. Sun Wukong began to feel unstoppable. And that was the beginning of the problem. Wukong's confidence slowly turned into arrogance. He showed off his powers, transformed whenever he pleased, and even bragged about being stronger than the heavens themselves. Master Subhuti warned him many times, power without discipline becomes disaster. But Wukong didn't listen. One day, he accidentally revealed his abilities in front of the other students, shape-shifting into multiple forms just to impress them. They were shocked and terrified. When Subhuti heard about it, he knew what would come next. The heavens might take notice, and Wukong wasn't ready for that war, not yet. So the master called him in and said firmly, "You must leave. Your power is too wild for this place. If you stay, you will bring danger to us all." Wukong felt a mix of anger and hurt. This was the only home he had ever known. But he also knew the master was right. And so, with no ceremony, no farewell feast, Sun Wukong was expelled. He walked down the mountain alone, stronger than ever, but with a storm growing inside him, a storm that would soon shake heaven itself. This is where his trouble truly begins. And the next chapter of his journey is already waiting for you right here on Myth Tales Studio.